French extreme films. Last week I reviewed Martyrs, but I've also seen High Tension in theaters, and Them, and Frontiers, so I've seen them all. The last one I had to see was this one, Inside, from 2007. Written and directed by Julianne Moore and Alejandro Bustillo. And Alejandro Bustillo, he had one of the shorts in ABCs of Death 2, if you've ever seen that. This movie, out of any of them, is probably the bloodiest movie of them all. It is bloody as all get out. There are some things, like in every movie, that just crack me the hell up. And then this movie, again, yeah, I found something that really cracked me up. The premise was not humorous at all, and pretty disturbing. So Sarah, she's in a car with the love of her life. They're madly in love. She's pregnant. She has a newborn ready. And it's 4 months before Christmas. Everything's going wonderful until she gets into a car crash. She survives. The baby survives. But the love of her life dies. So she goes into a complete form of depression and survivor guilt. Because the love of her life is gone. She's going to have a baby and she's going to be all alone. And so this accident happened 4 months before Christmas, like I said before. So now we move further on to the day before Christmas, and we find out that she's been in just total despair, complete depression, and she's having an affair with her boss, who's a real sleazebag, like non-caring sleazebag, but is willing to help her out, you know. And he's also a married man too, which just promotes his sleazebagness a lot more. And sleazebagness is not a word. It's my own made-up word, so just let me know. So Sarah's ready to have the baby, but then out of nowhere, she gets a knock on her door, because she's alone on Christmas Eve. She just wants to be by herself, complete in depression. And who can blame her? You lose the love of your life, of course you're going to be depressed. And now Christmas is here the day after. Do you really want to celebrate it? Even though Christmas is my favorite holiday, it's like, I'd be too depressed. So she gets a knock on her door from a lady who wants to use her phone. And she's like, no, because she's very non-trusting. And all of a sudden the lady's like, Sarah, I know what you did. And then she's like totally sleazed out by this person. So she calls the cops. The cops come down, they check all the area. Before the cops come though, you see her at her window just banging. She bangs her window, she cracks her window. When all efforts to just get in and torment Sarah, but Sarah doesn't know why she wants to torment her. So the cops come, they check out the whole area. By that time, the woman called La Femme has disappeared. After they check the whole area, but they said they will keep a squad car coming in and checking on her every so often. And at some point when the cops leave, guess who comes in the house? La Femme finds her way in the house. And she is the most brutal woman I have seen in any film. Like, she is so brutal. Beatrice Dalle is amazing in this role. I don't know really what else she did, but she is a complete psychopath. But she has a penchant for Sarah. She wants at Sarah, and we don't know why. We just think she's just out of her freaking mind. But she basically wants her baby, because she's like, I want that. But she tortures her mentally and physically in all efforts to take the baby as her own. We find out eventually towards the end of the film, I'm not going to spoil it for you, why she's tormented Sarah the way she is, and what reasoning she has behind it. And you're going to find out, and you'll be like, oh yeah, boom. But I'm not going to ruin that for you. But I'm just going to say this is gory as hell. Spoiler alert here, because I had to laugh my ass off at this one. For no apparent reason, okay? So, the cops go to check on Sarah, and in this whole process, La Femme is in there just brutalizing her any way she can. Sarah basically locks herself in the bathroom. So a whole force of cops, there's like 4 cops, and they have this prisoner, some drug dealer they picked up. Spoiler alert here. La Femme cleans out the whole police force. And then one of the cops brings in this prisoner they have, this drug dealer, and he gives him a gun. And he says, if you see her, shoot her. And he's like, what? But she goes through the entire police force and that prisoner guy in like one night with the efforts to torment Sarah and rip her apart and grab her baby. The end scene is like totally bonkers and insane. Mac watched it with me, that's why he's barking. He doesn't want me to talk about this film because he does not approve of such things. But man, you want to see a gory, bloody, French extreme film? Oh my god, that has stellar acting and one of the greatest female psychopaths I have ever seen in my lifetime. Screw you, American Mary. Yeah, I mean, La Femme is just badass. This is one of the bloodiest films I have ever seen in my life. And if you don't like abuse to a pregnant woman, albeit from another woman, this is not a film for you. I liked this film. I really did. There was a scene with Sarah's cat and La Femme that had me cracking up. And I don't like to see cruelty to animals, but you could tell by the time La Femme killed that cat, the cat was as fake as hell. And they didn't even try to shop it up to make it look real, because I dropped to the floor laughing. And I hate cruelty to animals, but obviously no real animals were harmed. This isn't Cannibal Holocaust or Cannibal Ferox, guys. Bloody as hell, and I have to say that Beatrice Daillet played one of the greatest psychopaths I think I've ever seen. Although I did like Martyrs and Frontiers better, and I loved High Tension a lot, and them was fun. It isn't my favorite of the French extreme films, but it might be your favorite. You might watch this and think this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. And I don't know what came before sliced bread that was the greatest thing ever, but we all say sliced bread, don't we? So anyway, check out Inside. It is a bloody fun. And you're going to know why this woman is doing what she's doing towards the end. It all kind of makes sense. It has a nice little twist to it as well. And at the end, oh my god! One of the craziest endings I think I've ever seen. Insane. Bonkers. But anyways, check out Inside. If you've seen every other French extreme film except this one, you gotta check this one out. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to put this at 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. I give this a solid 7. It's passing. Isn't my favorite. Isn't as good as Frontiers, in my opinion, and Martyrs. But you may think otherwise. And if you think otherwise, you're right to think that way. Because that's what you feel. That's what you think. And I know a lot of people, and I know a lot of friends of mine, think Inside is the best of the extreme films. I personally like Frontiers and Martyrs tied for first place, though, as my 2 favorites. But that's my personal opinion. Okay? Go with your opinion and what you like and what you think is the best. Always. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Subscribe to BodyBags and maybe Crispy Movies as well. Comment if you like. And I'll see you next week with something extra special. Check out all the other reviews. They all do a bang-up job. And they all got great stuff coming your way. Yeah, because we can still got Saturday and Sunday. 2 big heavy hitters coming up, baby. Ooh, they were knocking out of that ballpark. Ooh. But don't forget to check out those late night horror movies. Read up on your latest fright bags. Don't forget to tune in to another episode of a show we call Body Bags. Or I'm sending La Femme after you.